welcome back to Closing Shift, mateys. I am your captain of the ship. I forgot my name, like, for a second, actual. Emmy, and that is your...
second matey.
head of accounting, Mia.
Head of accounting.
And we are Closing Shift, and I don't know how to transition to this, but we have an unfortunate announcement, and I am not going to dive into the details for exactly the reason it's happening. But the show Closing Shift will be ending in, this is 47, it will be ending in 3 episodes at episode 50. Unfortunately, there are several personal reasons that we are doing this. The personal reasons are all mine, as per usual.
I was gonna say, who's we?
Yes, unfortunately, I've got to leave Closing Shift, which means Closing Shift will be retired.
Our longest running show.
The longest running episodic podcast in history. But yeah, I just wanted to get that announcement out of the way before we got the show started. So there will be 3 more episodes, episode 48 through 50 after this one, and then Closing Shift will be gone.
Yes, these next 3 episodes, think of it like the John Cena retirement tour.
Yeah.
Which actually, funny enough, at the time that this ends, that will be starting. So you can just have a nice domino cascade of disappointment all year.
Yeah, and you can go fuck yourself and enjoy that too.
God, you really can do that. Everybody, after these 3 episodes are up, you are all obligated to go fuck yourselves.
Besides that, happy holidays and welcome back to Closing Shift. This is technically our Christmas episode.
Yeah, would have happened just after Christmas.
Yes, this episode will come out 2 days after Christmas. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful Christmas time. Let us know in the comments the gift you got that meant the most to you. Or you can trash your family and let us know what meant the least to you. Other than that, I have the opening question for this week. Since this will also be the last episode of 2024, so happy New Year almost. You can say that in the next episode. When did you feel that you hit your absolute peak in 2024 and why?
Ooh, good question.
What was your absolute top 2024 or time of the year?
That is difficult to say because I'm a very slow burn kind of person. My our plans are measured in centuries. I think just of like peak stuff of the year, I did have a lot of fun doing the Souls Marathon in January, and that's going to be another thing that I look forward to here again in about a month.
Twitch.tv/Ryan
Yep, that's where it is. That's just been like good. I think like I've been at like a decently high like constant peak through the year for most of it. Like I've been at a higher than average for like how well I feel most stuff I did this year went.
That's good.
I think the biggest thing of it is just being very proud of this show that we've done. Like my absolute peak of this year is probably the fact that I have been consistently every week getting something edited and finished and published that I'm proud of. That is like, but before doing this show, I would open Premiere like once a month and look at it for 20 minutes and get a headache and be like, I'll make a video later. Yes. But this is something that is like, I always feel confident going into editing these. And it's been like, a really big like boost to how I feel about my own like creative potential and my own productivity. That it's like, I get these done and I get them done easily and I get them done well. I'm proud of the job that I do, and it isn't because I do it so often. It's like I now recognize the competency that I have within that I had felt was squandered before.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
And you're going to take that away from me.
And I sure am. I sure am.
Let me just put it out because I made a thing
Be
earlier.
Prepared to have a shitty 2025, bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Saying like, who's we and all that earlier. It's like, I've been through this before with our creative projects. I always like, there's never any ill resentment harbored for any of this. I'm always aware whenever we do a show together, the door is always open going in or out. And it's always just fun to do it. The stakes are low. I'm not like,
yeah,
I'm this isn't going to be like, oh my God, their friendship is over.
Yeah, it's not like our friendship or like our income. Like it's a creative, fun thing we do because we're good at it.
Yeah, this is literally like every single show that we've ever done together is just an excuse like that I get to do stuff with my friends. So if we don't do a show together, then I just don't do public stuff with my friends, and we just hang out.
Yeah.
So don't get it like mixed up like, oh, Emmy's killing closing shift. Like it was always like we're always in these situations.
We knew starting this show that this was a thing that would probably happen at some point. Even back in February when we started.
If you have kept up with any of our projects that the two of us have ever done with each other, like this is like, you should not be surprised. You should not be heartbroken. You should understand the natural like life cycle of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the blooming of the flowers in season.
And I mean, most of my public presence in general will be gone. Although all of Big Wow Big and Closing Shift will still be here if you want to go back and watch or listen to your favorite episodes of either. So all that will still be there. Just none of my content will, or me in general. So that's going to be good for me.
In fact, I'll be dead.
What?
Yeah.
Also, I think in over half the time we've known each other, we have been business partners just as much, if not more than friends. So, using our friendship to be friends and do friend things would be fun.
I think it's always a very difficult thing for me, for any, like, the things that, like, I am always prioritizing doing stuff all of the time. And so when I get to do something like this, where it is doing stuff with another person, this forces me to socialize in a way that I naturally don't go out of my way to do. And so it's like, it is an unfortunate thing of me personally that, like, the easiest way for me to maintain any kind of personal connection with somebody is through, like, a quote-unquote business motive. Because, like, this is just, like, what I'm always doing this stuff. I'm always behind the microphone every single fucking day. And so, like, it's much easier to bring people into my office than for me to get up behind the desk, as the simple way to put it. Which is something that I definitely need to, like, work on more in the new year, is, like, taking a day to, like, not do stuff and just talk to people and hang out.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's what I've been working on. As I'm sure some of you know, starting in June, I took a step back from most of my content stuff. I just have been thinking about it ever since then, and I knew that 2025 would be the year I'd cut all this off, and I mean all content. Like it's I'm not stopping Closing Shift. I'm closing off my public footprint from the internet. I'm going full private mode personally, and that's for several reasons, which I'm not going to like super delve into for privacy reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because I just want to be me and enjoy my time. 2025 is going to be a big year for me. I mean, I'm going to be 25. Like 2 days after this episode comes out will be my 25th birthday.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of stuff to do and work on. And my hobbies have become a thing I enjoy without doing content. And as much as I love doing stuff like this with Mia, I don't love making content anymore. So I'm just pulling out. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like you will not catch me anywhere except for in friends' Twitch chats sometimes. So if you will end up missing Cosmic Emerald or Closing Shift content or anything like that, I'm sorry, but that is just what's happening.
It's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, what about you for answering your own starting question?
Oh, I mean, I would argue that ever since like the fall started, I've had like the highest peak of like finishing games I wanted to finish, playing games I didn't play, finishing them, getting to enjoy games as a hobby, getting to enjoy some animes I wanted to watch as a hobby, continuing to work at my job, which I enjoy, just having time off from school to like work and be an adult and just kind of enjoy living. I've been hanging out with our friend group a lot more recently and enjoying that as well. Let me tell you the peak of my year was when I stopped making stuff. It's a very, very crazy sounding decision, but I've been thinking about doing this for years. This is just like, I just hit my final stretch is these last like 4 episodes of Closing Shift, and then I will be gone, and I'm sorry about that, but I just wish to lead a private life and be popular among my social circles than I no longer feel that I can handle a strong public presence, which I have had before. Other than that, I would say some of my peak moments were like Bad Blood, watching WrestleMania. I found some of like the funniest TikToks I've ever seen this year. Did the Five Nights at Freddy's movie come out this year?
No.
That come out last year?
That was a Halloween release, wasn't it?
I don't No.
Pretty sure that was like last year.
It came out on like the 27th of October. Yeah, so
Five
it must
Nights
have
at
been last year.
Freddy's. That came out October 27th, 2023.
I was right.
Wow, 5.4 on IMDb? That's crazy. 32%
Come
on Rotten
on.
Tomatoes.
Come on, that movie's awesome.
Guys.
Well, I can't say that's a peak of 2024 now.
Hey, about a year from now, we're getting Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Watching Jey Uso win the Intercontinental Championship was wrestling in general, this has been like the best year for it, and I'm really glad they brought a pay-per-view to my city so that I could go. That was awesome. I'm glad you got to go too.
Oh, yeah, and Mia was there too.
You know I didn't mean it like that, asshole. I have also been playing so much Fortnite, like every mode of Fortnite. I've been enjoying Fortnite a lot more this fall and winter so far, so I'm excited to keep playing that. I'm like level 80 or something. I've been grinding through the battle passes. It's just fun. I just like playing. I've been playing like OG build mode, and I've been playing the new ballistic mode, and I've been playing a lot of Lego. I played Lego Fortnite for like 5 hours straight yesterday.
Ballistic mode? I didn't know you were the president's daughter.
Bazinga.
Bazinga?
I've had that word from a reference from a Jax Films TikTok stuck in my head for like
Swag. 2
days. But sadly, his injuries were fatal. Swag. Also, I've been doing, I didn't know it was over a year old, but apparently my friend, our friend Bo's D&D campaign I've been a part of is over a year old now.
Oh my god.
Even though I thought it started this year. But that's been a peak, because that's the first D&D campaign I've ever been a part of. And it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. You've never discussed any of your D&D stuff. What's that all about? What do you tell me about your campaign?
Because I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't really like.
Tell us about your character.
My character's name is Emmy the Mighty, and I came up with a lot more creative of a name with my second character. I don't remember what it was. My character is a human artificer.
Ooh.
And I have only used my abilities as an artificer like 3 times in the whole campaign, because I didn't know for a long time I could do that. I could do what I can do. There was one time where like in the campaign something was like broken, and I hit it with a hammer that was magic, and it fixed it immediately. I didn't know I could do stuff like that.
Wait a minute, I'm magic.
There was also one part of the campaign where we went into a tavern in a city where there was a goblin as the bartender. And Mike just kept saying like, "Oh, is it a mind goblin? Is it a mind goblin? Mind goblin these nuts?" And then Bo said like, "Take 10 points of hit damage."
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, okay, roll a death save.
No, it was like I think like the bartender like fought Mike after that or something. He was like, "Take 10 points of hit damage." Mike is crazy, but yeah. So I don't want to incorrectly place. I don't want to spread misinformation about Bo's campaign. Also, it's Bo's campaign, so I don't really want to I'm not going to give it all away like that. It's been a good campaign for somebody who's stepping into D&D for the first time, though.
The most I see of Mike is that he will just pop into my chat randomly every couple months and then use the throwable redeem a couple times and then leave.
That's some Mike shit. Mike is crazy.
He'll just fucking hit me with some PNGs and then leave.
I'm not gonna talk about Mike that much like that, because I don't know how much Mike wants to be out there, but there was one time where we were doing what are the odds? And he just kept trying to do harmful stuff to himself with it. He just kept, or not harmful, but embarrassing or whatever. He was like, "Guys, what are the odds I take my pants off right now?" I was like, "Dude, you're supposed to do it to other people."
He's just doing the fucking thing. Don't dare me to drink from this puddle.
Literally, guys, I bet I could eat this plastic if you guys want me to. Dude, what? Nobody's saying that shit. Yeah, I honestly, circling back to Lego Fortnite, I gotta praise that, because holy shit have I been having fun playing it. So much more fun than the first time I played it. It's just, I don't know. It's simple, it's easy. It's easier than Minecraft in the way that it's got really cool stuff. You can even build cars in it now.
Wow.
That it's just plain old fun. It's simple, it's Lego, which is fun. Children love Lego, and I am a children in my head.
Of course, ages 4 to 99.
Yeah. But it's It's impressively hooked me in. I also got hooked on trying to get better at build, which I've actually gotten pretty good at now in terms of the BR mode. I've been playing OG build though, because if you try to play build in modern Fortnite with like the swords and the cars and shit, it's pointless.
Yeah.
I still play zero build if I play modern Fortnite. Ballistic is pretty fun too. My favorite part of Ballistic is that you get to see the weapon wraps in first person, and there's a lot of cool weapon wraps, so getting to see them in first person is really cool. And I also enjoy a search and destroy type 5v5 planting bomb mode.
Oh yeah, it's like CS:GO.
Yeah, it's like CS:GO or like Valorant. The way you pick like how in Valorant you pick like a character in the starting screen, you pick a kind of special grenade you can use in Fortnite Ballistic. There's like a recon grenade, there's a shield bubble grenade, and there's other stuff. But you can also buy normal grenades like flashbangs in the buy menu. Anybody can buy those, so they still have normal grenades too, which is nice.
It's not a good 5v5 unless you can buy a deagle and an op and just tear.
You can buy a sniper, and I believe there's like a deagle equivalent. I think it's the hand cannon or whatever.
Hell yeah. Hell no.
And it's got a little pistol scope on it.
I'm probably going to have a new, like, vocal stim tick thing for the next, like, 3 months. Just because I showed Emmy today the video of the dog on, like, somebody's, like, TikTok live with the speech buttons. And it's like, did you eat that treat? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It kills me. And I'm going to be thinking about it for a long time now.
It's really funny.
I've had some recent gamer escapades of my own in a very gamer of me. I picked up a challenge, a bounty for the game Fear, which is a first-person shooter from 2005. It's called like what does Fear even stand for? It's like I have to like look at the cover art to like see it. It's like First Encounter Assault Recon. Really dumb name, but it's like kind of Half-Life inspired, and it has like Matrix bullet time. But there was a specific challenge set by a friend over a year ago. They put out the open challenge of somebody to beat the entire game on hard or expert, or I guess normal as well for less points, but beating the game with pistols only. No grenades, no better guns. Just pistols only for this whole game. And I did it. I actually did it 3 times. Twice on hard, once on expert. Took me about 3 hours per run.
Great googly moogly.
And I'm very proud of myself for doing it because it was a really good, fun time.
Well, congratulations.
And I like sent them the VOD after. I was like, hey, I did it. I did the challenge. And I was like, now because I did this challenge, I actually ended up really liking the game Fear. I might play the other 2. And they sent back, it's like, no, you misunderstood. No, don't play the other 2.
What's wrong with the other 2?
No. I don't know, honestly, but I have a feeling it's probably a Dead Space situation.
Mm-hmm.
I saw, like, the Steam sale is going on, and I saw Dead Space 3 on, like, a crazy discount, and you know what I said?
What did you say?
Hell no!
I see what you did there.
Stone
Mountain rules.
Stone Mountain rules. Love the hair, Thomas.
I would curl your eyebrows and slap your bald head with my moist hand. That's an excellent Tim the Tatman reference.
That was a good time when we watched Tim clips.
That clip is years old. That's from when he was on Twitch before he was on YouTube. Now he's multicasting.
That's things that we have been quoting to each other longer than I've been into wrestling.
Yeah.
I've also become, in recent times, hopelessly addicted to 2 games. One is a game that I don't even have, and I'm waiting desperately for it to be fully released so I can play it. I'm watching like an insane amount of Northern Lion playing it. It's called The Bazaar, and it's the first game being published by Tempo, who's esports people. And it's just like it's a roguelike deck builder thing with asynchronous multiplayer, and it is incredible looking, but it's only in an early access right now in a closed beta. That it's going to be free to play starting in the new year, and I cannot wait. I have been just slamming down content of it because it looks so good.
Nice.
And in order to keep myself occupied and not actually being able to play that, to keep myself, busy while waiting for that to release, I've gotten back into Against the Storm, which I've had for a while now, almost 2 years, and I haven't played it all that much, but I started playing it a lot in the past week and a half, and now I'm gonna be like really into it for a while. It's really, really good. And every time that I play it, I always do like one run, and I'm like, man, why don't I play this more? And I did that for like a year. I was like, man, why don't I play this more? And now I'm actually playing it more, and it's awesome. It's a great time.
Maybe you should have listened to your past self.
I mean, I should have.
Maybe the accident wouldn't have happened if you had listened to your past self.
I've played too many video games. I still have too many video games. I've had fucking Titanfall 2 just sitting in the back seat for a while, like a year and a half. I've had fucking Killer Frequency sitting in the bag for half a year. It's getting bad. I got too much that I'm like really wanting to get to, but there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find it.
Yes, computer roar. I was just uninstalling some games and my computer was like, you remember, I don't think we ever talked about this on the show, but when Mia was here staying with me for Bad Blood, at one point she tried to go into my BIOS menu and like change how my fans spin in there or something like that.
Yes, because your fans do nothing, 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 all out, and then nothing, nothing, nothing.
And Mia was like, I can fix this, and then was like pissed off that there was no actual way to change.
Yes,
there was no like setting to change it.
You might be able to do it now. You have a NVIDIA card, don't you?
Yes, I have an NVIDIA card.
In the new NVIDIA app, you can actually control fan speed through that. That might actually be a thing that you can do now to have some level of control. I don't know, but yeah, that pissed me the hell off. That it's like, there should be a setting here to like control the voltage and the frequency of the fans, but it's like,
Yep, fuck you.
Fuck that. I've still been like scouring like OfferUp and like secondhand seller website stuff for whatever tech deals and things, because you know, people, they put up technology that they have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. So it'll have like a chip and a glass. It'll be like a cracked screen on like an iPhone 13. It'll be like 4 parts. And it's like, no, that's a 99% functional device, and you've listed it 4 parts for like a 90% discount. So I've been like watching for a long time to see if something like magical pops up. And I saw one time.
Oh, go ahead.
I saw one time on there a PS5 for $5, and I was like, what? That's insane. And I looked at it, I looked at the listing, they were like, it's a locked PS5. It's like a banned PS5. And I was like, how does a PS5 get hardware banned? That happens when you steal it. When you steal a PS5 from the store, it doesn't get its MAC address activated properly, and the console becomes hardware locked and cannot function. So this person just like, you know, basically self-reporting on OfferUp that they stole a PS5.
Yeah, real smart. I was going to say, do you remember the meme of Craig on eBay for $9?
I do, yeah.
I love that picture so much.
Craig
for $9.
Come get your hot dogs, $5.
Kind of relevant to the last episode where you showed me that article about the kid being sold.
Yes, very similar.
I also will say, in terms of video games, I'm going to treat myself. For my birthday, I'm gonna buy a load of games on Steam that I've been wanting for a long time, including some titles such as Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Spider-Man!
I was gonna get WWE 2K24, SpongeBob The Cosmic Shake, and some others.
That's pretty good.
I am excited to have these games to finally play. I also threw No Man's Sky in there.
Apparently it's pretty decent these days.
I'm just looking forward to having more shit to play. My Steam library is full of like shit I don't even want to play anymore.
True.
Plus, like, Fortnite has most of the types of games I like to play anyway, so I mostly just play different kinds of Fortnite now. Plus, I have that kind of like you can please me with like grinding to get cool stuff from battle passes and being able to earn XP for the same shit by doing different things.
Yeah.
And having like daily missions. I like shooters. I like open world survival games. I like first person and third person shooters. I like Fortnite in general. I like the rocket racing mode as well. There's also an entire universe of like custom games.
Yeah.
I played like a Mirror's Edge style kind of free roam parkour game the other day on Fortnite. It was really fun.
It's like basically become the whatever, like the new Roblox, I guess.
In a way, yeah. I also do enjoy some games on Roblox. There's just a lot of... I like that there's like a ton of open-ended options on both of those games. It's fun.
It's just a fun time.
It's got different kinds of games for like if you just want like some brain rot pastime shit or if you really want to get into something real.
I dislike the companies of both games, but I recognize the value that the joy that it brings to the children. So mostly just chill on that part.
Yeah.
Not trying to ruin everybody's good times. I have a segment for you.
You do.
I do have a segment. This is a segment that is unlike any I have done before. And the reason for it is because the Library of Congress newspaper archive was under maintenance, so I couldn't prep an episode. So we got this instead, which I don't have a name for, but it is a very simple game. The rules of this game are that I am going to read quotes of two historic figures, and it is going to be your job to determine which quote belongs to who. There are 9 of these, so if you get 5 of them correct out of 9, you win.
Okay.
The 2 people whose quotes you will be guessing from are Abraham Lincoln and Karl Marx.
All right.
All right.
I don't know anything about Karl Marx, but all right.
He wrote the Communist Manifesto.
Yep, he sure did.
That's him. He is the Marx in Marxism.
Okay.
All right. Your first quote. Reason has always existed, but not always in a reasonable form. Lincoln or Marx?
That sounds like something Marx would say given my entire lack of knowledge of his entire character. So I'll go with Marx.
You are correct. That is Karl Marx.
Yippee.
All right, second quote.
Sounds too controversial for Lincoln.
These capitalists generally act harmoniously and in concert to fleece the people, and now that they have got into a quarrel with themselves, we are called upon to appropriate the people's money to settle the quarrel. Marx or Lincoln?
I'm gonna go Marx again on that one.
That is Abraham Lincoln.
My first instinct was to say Lincoln.
All right, you are now 1-0.
I am 1 for 2, yeah.
The oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. Marx or Lincoln?
I'll say Lincoln.
That was Karl Marx. So you are now 1 for 3.
Now I've figured out your strategy. Next one's Lincoln.
All right, here's your next one. Labor in the white skin can never free itself as long as labor in the black skin is branded.
Is that Lincoln?
Make your guess.
Yeah.
That is Karl Marx. Hard to believe, I know.
You know, whatever, never mind. Give me the next one.
Few can be induced to labor exclusively for posterity, and none will do it enthusiastically. Marx or Lincoln?
Why would I go back to school when I could just keep doing the show? Marx.
Wrong. That is Abraham Lincoln.
Great.
Any people, anywhere, being inclined and having the power, have the right to rise up and shake off the existing government. Marx or Lincoln?
Marx.
That is Lincoln. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Marx or Lincoln?
Marx.
That one's Marx! All right. 2 left. Although you technically can't win this, let's just go for some let's raise that grade a little.
Let's just continue this thing.
An honest laborer digs coal at about 70 cents a day, while the president digs abstractions at about $70 a day. The coal is clearly worth more than the abstractions, and yet what a monstrous inequality in the prices. Marx or Lincoln?
Marx.
That is Abraham Lincoln. Final question. Labor is prior to and independent of capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Labor is the superior of capital and deserves much the higher consideration. Marx or Lincoln?
Marx.
That's Abraham Lincoln!
You might want to consider buying a gun, because when I come for you, you're going to need some kind of defense.
That is 2 for 9.
Awesome.
Can you believe that one of them is one of our most well-regarded presidents in the entire history of the United States, and the other one is seen as a radical that will destroy the states with his ideology?
I mean, I can believe it because it's real.
All this segment proves to do is the classic meme. It is a classic meme at this point of people saying like, this is life under communism. And then they'll post a picture of like Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what these segments really do is overestimate my intelligence.
Well, you mean to say you haven't read the Communist Manifesto?
Like, I took U.S. history in college, and I already passed it. I have that credit. I don't need to earn it here.
Look, I may have a higher expectation of you than of the family members that I have, where I have had to literally explain to them 5 times what the, like, definition of socialism is. Not what they think it is, what Fox News tells them it is, what the literal definition of that economic system is. So,
Right.
nobody, it's like the craziest thing that like so many people call themselves like capitalists in America, but they don't actually know what the word means at all in the first place. They just see that and it's like, that's what I am inherently.
I'm a capitalist. I capitalize my letters at the beginning of sentences.
Of course.
And proper nouns. I really like grammar and math for that reason. I was talking with my coworker about this the other day. We were talking about how much we love math because it just makes sense and it never changes. It's so perfect. I love the way math works.
It's not exactly true.
Mia, I will punch you in the fucking face if you start countering my point. Shut the fuck up. Please, it's like 4 episodes left. Just let me have an intelligent...
Math actually changes regularly.
Now the truth comes out. The real reason the show's ended. No, I'm kidding.
She makes me play these stupid fucking games.
Well, it's really that I don't have the energy to entertain. In terms of, like, the actual show, I just don't have the energy to entertain anymore. Like, I've got so much personal shit. Like, my mental state, as much as it's actually improved over the years, it has also deteriorated. Like, I have nightmares that are extremely realistic situations. So it makes me have real life anxiety. Like, my nightmares are not about, like, demons chasing me through, like, endless hallways. My nightmares are about, like, family fights and stuff. Like, it's real shit. Like, I have a lot of real world anxiety and I have to, like, pay bills and stuff. I just, like, this year came into being an adult who, like, pays rent and stuff like that. You gotta understand, like, I'm gonna be 25 in, like, a week from now from recording this. Well, literally in a week from recording this, in exactly a week.
Yep.
And I'm excited to turn 25, but man, you don't know how much closer that makes it to me having to, like, find out how to get my own insurance and stuff, have my own health coverage. I'm still covered by my parents, and I take several prescriptions every day and once a month. Like, I cannot just make content anymore. I've been doing it for 12 years, and I have never found success financially with it. And I'm not quitting because I don't feel like I can do it. I feel like I could do it. I just don't want to anymore. And, like, I love what I've done, but I don't love what I do anymore. It's time. That does not mean I won't be in any, like, streams or guests on any other thing in the future, but it will be very few and far between. I'm mostly just looking to hang out with my friends and family in private, 110%. And that's it.
That's just all about priorities.
Yeah, that's just how I see it.
Priorities nuts.
And also, these segments where you force the past down our throats. No, I'm kidding. I think, like, after the first time we did one of those segments, I was like, I said something about, like, does it always have to be, like, the news of, like, 100 years ago? You also mentioned before we started recording today that you wanted me to bring back one of my segments.
Yeah.
I had the like underlying question segment, and then I had another one. I think I don't remember what it was.
You also had a newspaper related segment.
Oh yeah, it was like news or fake news. That's right.
Yeah.
I had like real news articles and fake news articles. You had to guess which ones were fake or real.
We also had that one that we did when we had Owen on. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that's right. Owen, that's right. I don't remember. Man, isn't it funny that he was our only guest on Closing Shift?
Pretty great.
Very worthy guest. Very worthy of that. He's like the James Charles to our Unis Honest. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God, you're right.
James Charles was literally, well, I mean, Jack was on it at some point, but he was the only, like, official guest on it.
Yeah.
Nuts, actually.
Crazy.
But yeah, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for my birthday. I kind of want to do a dinner. My sister's fiance makes this, like, bitchin' fried rice. I kind of
Ooh.
wanted to ask if he'd be willing to make that and we could have dinner because that shit is busting.
You're telling me a fiance fried this rice?
Bazinga.
Bazinga.
I'm excited for gifting myself all the games on Steam for my birthday because I've wanted those games all year, especially Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I want to play that shit so fucking bad. I cannot wait to play that.
We were what Ratchet and Clank game were we got like a couple episodes in on Big Wow Big.
We were playing the first one. That's the first one.
That's not the first Ratchet and Clank game.
That was the first Ratchet and Clank game. Yes, it was.
The fucking weren't we playing like a more recent one?
Nope. We were playing the PS3 collection of the first 3 games, and we were playing the first one.
Huh. I guess because it was a collection, it didn't look so old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one came out on PS2 like years before the PS3 collection existed.
That's probably why I thought it was newer.
Like, thankfully, the PlayStation Store on PS3 still existed long enough for me to get that collection. So on my PS3 that I have, I just happen to have the first 3 Ratchet and Clanks, which I could play. Although my PS3 is so fucking fat, there's like nowhere to fit it in my room because I live in a tiny condo. So, you know what I wanted to bring up on the podcast, and I saved it for the second half just because it's such a good story.
Your one note that you had prepared?
It's such a. I did not have one note. I have had like the Steam. I had all this shit on notes. Okay,
You literally,
first of all,
when we got into call earlier, you were like, "I have one note."
I'm sorry. Can you repeat everything you just said? Because everything cut out on Discord. You said earlier when we joined call, and I didn't hear anything after that.
Earlier when we joined call, you said you only had one note for this
Well, I
episode.
did have one note at the time. I added some. I didn't.
Oh, so you're giving me
that's-
fucking sass for
so-
the
No,
information that I
I'm saying
wasn't
that's
given.
fair. No, I'm saying that's fair. I didn't give you that info. That is fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I did add a couple notes, but the one note I had is still the thing I haven't talked about. So I have to talk about this. I had my first experience with my friend Roby, and we went to a thing for my family yesterday together, and because he's like been kind of adopted into our family, and I love that for him. But we had to explain to a couple middle-aged women, a couple middle-aged women. We had to explain to some women in my family what skibbity is.
Oh no!
My mom was one of them. She was like, I've been like watching a lot of TikTok recently. I watched this TikTok about like Gen Alpha terms, like, so like, what is skibbity?
Oh no!
And I was like, it's the reason this generation's ruined. That's what it is. So once we explained where the meme came from, one of her follow-up questions was like, well, is like skibbity always associated with toilet? This is what you fucking idiots have done, is you have put this shit in so many people's brains that even my mom cannot escape skibbity toilet. You unbelievable bastards have put this shit out there so hard that my mother knows what skibbity toilet is now. I hate it here.
That's the best fucking quote.
So is skibbity always associated with toilet? Yeah. It's so bad.
It's so
Oh my God.
inquisitive. It's so scholarly.
If I could have any gift for my birthday, like anything on this entire planet, it would be to eradicate the presence of skibbity toilet
Holy
from the world. That is like unironically one of my least favorite memes that's happened in the last like 5 years. It's so stupid to me. Like, it reminds me of when I was in high school before I was like 18 years old, and I'd be like, I'm not saving memes to my phone. Those are stupid. That's how I feel about skibbity toilet.
I've caught my breath.
I'm glad. I'm glad that made you laugh so hard. I didn't even mean to save that story, but I had to tell it because holy shit, I can't even believe that was a real thing I had to do.
That's pretty incredible.
Because my friend Roby is a teacher, so he was able to explain to them what it meant because he's smart.
Pull out the blackboard.
And he works with children, so he knows about the meme.
Yeah, Skibbity Toilet just got added to Fortnite. And Gary Newman, who is, of course, the Gary of Gary's Mod fame, tweeted, "Please stop telling me about Skibbity Toilet in Fortnite. I know. Stop, like, I don't want anything to, like, do with this. Just don't talk to me about it."
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, too. I just talked all that, like, I just talked about how I've been playing Fortnite, and I love Fortnite, but I go out of my way to skip looking at that in the shop when I look at it every day. It's so fucking stupid.
We were saying that with now that there's like Skibidi Toilet Back Bling, they're like maybe Nintendo was right to not let them put Samus in this game. maybe sometimes it's okay to be protective of your IP.
You know what I want? I want normal human-sized Mario in Fortnite.
Oh God, no. If we would
want
do that,
that.
I would love if it would be like Super Show Mario, Captain Lou Albano.
Or what about like just regular Mario, like how short he is in Fortnite? That would be really funny.
Well, you know, he already is in Fortnite though, because Chris Pratt's character from Jurassic World, I'm pretty sure, is in it.
That doesn't count. I mean Mario.
That's Mario.
That's not Mario. That's fucking Chris Pratt. That's not the same thing.
Stomping Koopas.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. I even it only just reminded me because I had to figure out which drive Fortnite was installed on my computer. I only had 3 games. I recently like actually made my external drive external. It's been like plugged into my computer ever since I got it, but I was like, I don't need my computer to just be pulling data from a different drive all the time. I may as well just makes it run slower.
And that wears down the drive over time if it's constantly running.
Right, yeah, I was just like, it's an external drive. I'm just going to like unplug it. That's the entire point of it. So my internal drives are the only ones I use now, which is 1.5 terabytes, thankfully. And I already started for a while uninstalling games I'm not playing. So I just was like, well, like I only had 3 games installed on that drive. So I was like, one of them was Black Ops 3. So I was like, I'm gonna get rid of that one.
We really need the 120 gigabytes.
Because that external drive is 2 terabytes. That's why I got it. Because I got it when I was still like 10 feet above my head deep in content. So I was gonna say I had to make sure anything that I wanted internally on my computer. I had to like manage my drives for a little bit, and then thankfully I was able to external it. And so for the first time, I only am using my 2 inside drives. I got that drive.
It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour.
It's so that's nice. It's just a nice touch. I'm trying to eliminate any unnecessary things from my setup anyway.
Trying to eliminate unnecessary things from my life, like my co-host.
I don't want my co-host anymore. I want my friend back.
Every day I wake up and I wish you were dead.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Like, if I could make you get hit by a car, I would do it. Or whatever Adam Driver says in that movie.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, I was also going to say, I love that, I thought I was going to have to log in, but apparently I was already logged into my Epic Games account on my PS4, so I can play Fortnite from my bed too if I want. I can just open my PS4. Very nice. It does.
Can't you play it on Switch?
You can play it on Switch, but for one thing, it runs worse. And for another thing, my Nintendo account is not hooked up to the right Epic Games account, and I don't know how to change it. I tried looking it up, and I don't know how to unhook the Nintendo account from the wrong Epic Games account.
I believe you do that from if you log into that Epic Games account on the browser, and then you can go into the connections and disconnect it from there within that account's settings, and then you would do that with the correct account. You would relink it.
I did that, but I don't know how. I can't figure out which account it is.
Rather unfortunate.
The PS4 is fine anyway. It runs better. I mostly use it to play Lego Fortnite or Rocket Racing.
PS4 is as old as your mama.
No, it's not. She's super older than that.
Go on, call your mom old.
No, I'm kidding. My mom's chill. My mom's
like a dick.
What?
You dick.
Shut up. No, I'm kidding. The show ending is going to be a big step in a good journey for me. I'm sorry if anyone's like a diehard Closing Shift fan and you're going to miss the show, but I mean, you're just going to have to miss the show. If you really want to keep listening to the show, then just go watch me on Twitch. That's basically the show.
Or you can go watch the actual real host of this show, Chandelier.
You can go watch Chandelier on Twitch and TikTok, which he uses neither of anymore.
Yeah. Real host of Big Wow Big, real host of Closing Shift. Always has been.
Or you can find Chandler on Discord at Chandelier # and give away his Discord.
Yeah.
No.
Well, don't they just do like @ now?
I think so, yeah. They took away the number
Probably
system.
a lot easier to find people because of that.
They have like the legacy system where like it'll show your old username or whatever if you want it to. Also, Chandler's been bragging because on his Discord, if you're in like a server with him and you look at it, he has the Shadow the Hedgehog decoration for his avatar for some reason.
Hell yeah.
And yesterday he was in call and he was like, "Look at my little shadow go." Yeah, Shadow. I was like, what did you like? Is that for like the movie or like?
I would guess so. People are saying the movie's really good.
I would be down to watch the movie.
I saw one review of the movie that was like, this is the best in the series. It's incredible. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Yeah.
That's crazy for saying best in the franchise. 4 out of 10. That's what people were saying about Shadow X Sonic Generations, though, too, is it's got like overwhelmingly positive reviews. Well, I mean, probably a little more than a 6, but a lot of people like that game. I'd be super down to play it.
I feel like good reviews in a Sonic, like anything Sonic related that gets good views is like, McDonald's made my order right this time, but it's still McDonald's.
Hey, come on. It's Sonic. Don't knock a hedgehog while he's down.
Knocking a lot of hedgehogs these days.
If I was going to buy any newer Sonic game, though, it would definitely be that one. What games do you want to use this Steam sale going on for?
I have a few that I've been looking at that, like, weirdly enough, I haven't seen a lot of things that I want to get in this Steam sale. Like, a lot of stuff that it's on my wish list is only, like, 10% off or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, not worth it for me. But I think, like, biggest things, looking at It Takes Two, looking at Hitman, because Hitman's pretty good.
Yes, I saw the Hitman sale. It's on my wish list. I might get that.
I'm still waiting for RimWorld to ever, and I mean ever, get a discount more than 20%.
I could take you to RimWorld.
Hey, yeah. I love the game RimWorld. It's really cool, but unfortunately, it is never on a good sale. It's a $35 game that it always goes down to like a $28 game. It's like, it released 6 years ago.
Isn't that awesome?
Maybe we can maybe we don't have to Nintendo this bad.
We happy few.
It's like it really, and also like not even just that, but it also has like DLCs for it that are really good DLCs, but the DLCs are also like, fucking $25, and there's like 4 of them. It's like The Sims. It's like, let people play the game. You are making back the value of the entire game on DLC alone.
Yeah.
Maybe let it chill.
Yeah. You know what are 2 games that I'm going to use this sale for that you'll probably be happy to hear?
Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley?
No. Balatro and Inscription.
Those are 2 damn good games.
I am excited to play them. I like PvE card battlers a lot, but I'm tired of Slay the Spire, so.
Honestly, that it's like, I urge you to check out the closed beta. Like, at least watch some stuff of the Bazaar, because it does seem like it'll be a very, very good time for, like a rogue card builder kind of thing. It's it's very exciting looking. Very cool as well with Balatro. That's a game also that I need to play more, but I just have a hard time actually dedicating time into roguelikes no matter how much I love them. But it was very cool to see at the Game Awards, there was an orchestration of the Balatro music, which Balatro has 4 songs, but they're all technically the same song with different layers. And the entire music of Balatro now got played at the Game Awards. That was composed by a guy on Fiverr that Local Thunk reached out to. It's like, I need a song for my game, because he had no expectations of it ever being what it is now. And so he
That's funny.
Yeah, that he had that composed by a guy on Fiverr. And very cool. You would think, oh, well, that's shitty that it sold over 1 million copies and that guy only got his 1 Fiverr thing. Local Thunk did, when the game blew up, negotiated a contract with the composer to give him money from the sales of the soundtrack.
Very cool.
It's a very, very Chad move.
Very cool. Very based and red-pilled.
And Balatro has recently also had a bunch of crossovers with games that are just just fun card-themed packs. And to advertise this, did commercials with Ben Starr. And I love Ben Starr. He was the voice of Clive Rosfield in Final Fantasy XVI, and I've loved him ever since. And it is hilarious, him in these Balatro commercials now. All around, just a great time.
Is this like a Kamala situation? Is this supposed to be called Balatro?
There is no official pronunciation. I'm pretty sure it's a weird thing where technically I think it's Balatro. It's a word for when you look it up, it is a word for jester from ancient Rome, it's a word that nobody's used in literally forever. And I'm pretty sure Local Thunk is call it what you want. It doesn't exactly matter. I think it is Balatro, but nobody's going to get on your case.
Balatro.
Balatro.
Everyone in our friend group that I know of calls it Balatro. I like the way Balatro hits.
I called it Balatro initially, but that's just like, I'm not a big fan of like, you know?
What are you not a big fan of? Whatever you're doing is not coming through.
Like that sort of like very like punctuated, very like packed kind of mouth sound of Balatro.
Oh,
It's like
I think that's actually what I like about it.
yeah, like I think I like Balatro because it just feels cleaner for me. Like, you know, I have a thing with words like that, but
No, I like a dirty, hard consonant.
yeah,
That's my shit. That's my jam. Fucking consonants. Ugh.
Ugh. What's your least favorite consonant?
I love that the song we're listening to on this jam just said "say words, y'all," telling us to like turn an awkward silence on the podcast. Say words, y'all.
Say words, y'all. Hey, I asked you a question. What's your least favorite consonant?
Probably X. The fuck are you supposed to use X for?
Real shit. X is the most useless letter.
Oh my god, I saw this TikTok recently. Actually, speaking of consonants, I saw this TikTok recently where this woman went off for like 5 minutes about the letter W. Like, it makes her so angry that the letter W exists.
I mean, the name of it is silly, but it is very helpful linguistically.
Yeah, no, it like she was like, if it made sense, it would be called like what, you know, like that, like W, like what, like we're not even like what, like what's even. I was like, do you even like have to pay for where you live or like anything? What do you do for?
You know what?
I mean, I get it though. I'm kidding.
Is it people like will have that fucking moment where they'll be like, this letter, what is it? What's the purpose of this? And it's like, you know, the like all these like older languages having letters and shit called like omega, fucking
Omega,
alpha,
literally.
fucking like here's theta.
Stupid theta. My game's in theta right now. What if your game like came out and then you made a better remake of it and that was called the Omega version?
There has to have been something that's done that.
Isn't Omega Ruby in Pokemon?
Oh yeah,
Isn't that a
Omega
thing?
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that answers that.
Wow, real quick mystery solved.
Wrap it up, gang.
I gotta finish my Let's Go Pikachu playthrough after I finish the entirety of Fortnite. Because I put the pause on that for the I got the Fortnite crew subscription for like 1 month so that I could get all the passes and stuff and a bunch of rewards. I did buy what was the song I got? Oh, I got Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold because they put it in Fortnite, which is crazy for one thing.
Yes.
That's a crazy song for them to have put into Fortnite. But I bought that song for 500 V-Bucks that I earned in game. And mostly it's been Lego for recent times, but before that I was playing OG Fortnite, which I still hop on over from time to time. I just like Fortnite because I can just play a different game if I want to, and I don't have to switch it. I don't have to open a whole new game.
Yeah.
You can just switch modes. I am a sucker for that kind of convenience. Sucker. I fall right into that trap that this...
Sucker.
Stop. Stop it right now. We have 3 episodes left after this.
Really? You're going to do this now?
Really? You're doing this now? At my bar mitzvah?
I know you're not pissing me the hell off right now.
I know you're not pissing me the fuck off like this.
That's the one.
I got thirsty from behind. No, honestly, I think I have determined that Fortnite is my favorite battle royale in terms of shooters. There's just something about it. There's some charm to it, at least for me. I mean, you could be like, Fortnite's a kid's game, right? A kid's game with like guns and a song called Nightmare. Right. It's funny too, because you can do jam tracks in Fortnite, but you can't do the ones that have like the age warning, since the Lego Fortnite game is like rated lower on
That's
the
funny.
age scale. It's like rated E. It's like rated E 10 and up, I think, or something like that. Or maybe it's
Rated E10 plus.
yeah, I think that's what the Lego one is, and then Festival or like Festival and Battle Royale are rated like T for teen, I think.
Oh, that's been some recent Balatro related controversy. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Why would I have heard about that?
Balatro has been trying to get, it has to be rated in different places in order to be released by, local things. So in the UK, they have their own rating system that's different from our ESRB.
And rated S for swag.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so here in the States, Balatros recognized easily, like, yeah, it's just a card game. There's no real gambling happening within it. It just uses poker mechanics, but there's no actual money happening. It doesn't, like, promote gambling. It's fine. It's okay for people to play. However, in the UK, for some reason, they have decided their ratings board is like, no, it's all about poker. It's 18 plus. Mature video game. Like, on the same level of, like, fucking, like, more on a higher level than some Call of Duties. Like,
that's insane.
Yeah, like, they're trying to give this silly card game an 18 plus rating.
Like, Call of Duty is about war.
Yeah, and so Local Thunk made the very, very funny comment about this, with it getting an 18 plus rating. He was like, you know, I disagree with the 18 plus rating, but maybe I should just add microtransactions and actual gambling mechanics so it can be rated 3 plus, like EAFC, which is the fucking the EA game. Like, it's like football club, whatever, but it's like a managing game that's rated 3 plus, but it's built entirely on actual gambling.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's like, no, but my fake gambling should be 18 plus.
Right, my super chill PC card game.
44 megabytes of maturity.
This game is for cunts.
Cunts.
It would be really funny if for the finale of this show on episode 50, we finally had Boomer on as a guest.
That would be funny.
After all these years. We were going to get him on Big What Big.
What if we're not even here for the 50th episode and we just let other people host it?
We just let Boomer, Chandler, and Curtis host it.
Yeah, we just, like, fully let somebody else take over.
That'd be really funny. That's how we announced that, like, Closing Shift Season 3 is happening, and it's just other people. We're just passing the show off. Nope, the show's ending.
Speaking of the show's ending, this episode's ending.
Oh my god. There's only 3 left. Ooh-ness. Aw-ness. Well, I guess we'll see you stinkers in the next episode. The third to last episode.
See you in the new year.
And see you in the new year. Have a happy new year and be safe, I guess. Bazinga.